He's here to try some more Cracker Jack material on us. If you'd like to change the station, now's the time. You've been warned. Oh, here's your headliner, the one, and thankfully only, Astro Nerd.
JB, just FYI, I don't really have any jokes about Cracker Jack.
Well, just freestyle.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. Cracker Jack. No, wait. Cracker Jack? Yeah, that's it. Caramel corn and peanuts? What's that about? I always thought Cracker Jack was when a white guy steals your car. He laughed! How was that?
Well, at least it was over quickly.
And that proves my research. See, I've been studying comedy since I was here last, and I found out that if you get the joke out in 2 or 3 lines, the set will be solid gold.
Well, we've come this far, so go for it, nerd.
Yes. Hey, folks.
You want an introduction?
No, I'm on a roll.
Hey, folks is not a roll.
I did get about that. Hey, folks. All these UFOs in the news. Wild stuff. I wonder what aliens read to relax. Probably comic books. Alright, scratch that one. Hey, guess what? I saw an alien in my garden. He was talking to my plants. He said, "Take me to your weeder." Because he was in the garden. This is smart material, and I'm not dumbing it down for some boneheaded ass audience. Hey, and then I saw him harvesting my crops. He was using a tractor beam.
Maybe that helps.
That's what I was looking for. One alien I saw, have you got a second? One alien I saw couldn't keep his pants up, so I gave him an asteroid belt.
Yeah. You might need to point to me, because I really can't tell if you're done.
Oh, you got it, man. I don't know about you, but every time I see a little green man, I always think to myself, better wait until it's ripe. I'm concentrating on the material. I can't give you cues.
Sorry. Hurry before you lose the crickets, too.
They've already gone, brother. You know, I found out that aliens are hard to get to know, probably because they're not down to earth. He finally got one. Crickets are back. I try to be kind to our extraterrestrial friends. To keep them from getting tickets, I always put money in the parking median.
Parking median?
If you have to explain it. You know, not all aliens are friendly. Word to the wise.
Sorry.
I was gesturing, I wasn't pointing.
Okay.
Not all aliens are friendly. Word to the wise, if you make one mad, just give them some space. Get it?
So, is this all UFO and alien jokes?
No.
Well, okay. Let's hear something else.
Okay. Hey, are you sleeping well? I went to my doctor and told him I had insomnia. He said, "Don't lose any sleep over it." You can drink your coffee when the bit's over. You're wasting my time. You know, they say everything gets easier with practice. Except that is, getting up in the morning. I wrote that one for you, damn it. You better laugh.
Hello, 1, 2.
I don't wear pajamas anymore. I wear a bathing suit. My hot water bottle leaks. Hey-ya!
So did you use all the outer space jokes?
I still got that invasion of Poland stuff in Pillar State. Frequent naps help prevent aging, especially if you do it while driving.
Yeah. I think it's way
See, that's the reaction you're looking for. Yeah.
I gotta write that one down. I grew up on the farm. We went to bed with the chickens. Yeah. Then we discovered women. Now do the thing. Yeah. I used to walk in my sleep. No more. Thank goodness for Uber.
Let's wrap it up, nerd.
You know, they say the world is getting smaller. Then why do they keep raising the price of stamps? See, because of the same distance.
Yeah, that does help if you tell them faster.
Let's hear it for Astro Nerd.
Hey, you know, as a kid, we were so poor that we could only have one measle at a time.
One measle at a time.
I did. Oh, wait, did you hear the one about the auto mechanic who went to the psychiatrist and laid down under the couch?
No.
Me neither. See you later, everybody.
John Boy and Billy's exclusive home in Chattanooga. You're listening to The Big Show on KZ 106.
You're not being an idiot, buddy. You're going the wrong way. Hey, I see a drafting partner. I'm latching on to you, big boy. Yeah, come over in my lane there, Mr. Van Fan. Me and you can be good friends. We got something in common. You got a fast car, and I like to go fast. Hit the wrong driving lane, though. I'm gonna help you out right here, bro. Come on over. Come on over, baby. I'm giving you open door for you, goofy bastard. I gotta go. Flashing lights and everything. Boy, it's a sexy something. I was gonna draft for you, bro. Maybe we can along down the line once you wake up a little bit. Look at that view right there, that mountain. That mountain that you see coming into view right there, that's Lookout Mountain. Up there is where, what do you call it? Where you, look there and there's that big old thing falling through the earth. Big old waterfall. Hell, I don't know. Famous roadside attraction. Because that used to be the old road up there. If you ride over there, is the river. The nut house is across it. They put that moccasin bin over there. They put it on a little peninsula or island, so they can't escape. Kind of barbaric, right? It's like something out of World War II. They want to get out of there, they gotta swim. Right across, it's the freaking $1 million house is right across from the nut house. So you can't see it from that view. But they're there. Come on, Old Dominion. You're going old slow for old Dad here. I'm already an hour behind schedule. Bubba, I know you see me and about the 10 cars behind me lined up. You gotta see me. I'm in your mirror. Yet, see, people are growing impatient, jumping ship on me. But he ain't going nowhere. There's somebody over there. It's just a dumb trucker needs to move the hell out of the way. Now that guy is gamming up the works over there, see, off on the right front corner. See, people, you just gotta be patient. Now, see, I see what the trucker was about to do. He's gonna lay off the gas and get in line. But that guy's delayed it now. There's some dumbasses on the road. I tell you what, I'll catch him eventually. Hell, he's looking up there. I don't know, you can't see around the truck, but he's already hit the brakes. I lose faith in humanity every time I get on the road. Gas stations. There must have been a tornado over there. The forest ripped apart. Definitely a tornado landed right over there. Ain't no way. That was natural. If anybody sees this, whoever this trucker is in front of me, he is holding up traffic something fierce, and ain't nobody in front of him. He's just a dumbass. Now I got everybody jumping ship behind me because they're tired of waiting, and now he can't get over. This is the dumbest son of a bitch I've ever seen in my life. He's gonna get a number one for me for sure. See, this guy's figuring out he can't go nowhere because there's a car right there. This guy's just hovering beside this car. Unbelievable. Helping the world keep promises. Well, let me tell you something. You ain't helping them keeping them doing that, buddy. The only thing you're promising is people will get a lot of bird fingers. I promise you that. I promise you I'm about to hang one out when I get up beside of you. This guy right there on the right front in that PMC. Look, what are you doing? There's literally always let somebody over in front of him now. Well, hell, you might as well. You dumb son of a bitch. This guy right here is a special kind of stupid. There's a special place in hell for this dude. Oh yeah, thank you, Prime Incorporated. You squeegeed that other guy out of the way for me. That was me giving him a salute. That dude don't need to go through out live and not know he was not doing right. If he thinks he's acing it on the trucking, he is severely taught wrong. Dominion. No dumbass. up that vibration on the screen, or if it stabilizes it. I noticed this car's got a vibration in the right front suspension area. Which, oddly enough, I just had that tire plugged, and they probably took it off the rim. I don't know if they plugged it or patched it, but I'm thinking they took it off the rim to patch it and just marked the weights with a marker, and on the tire, and tried to eyeball it, and they didn't get it back right. Oh my God! There's a guy coming up at a high rate of speed, and I ain't just shut his run down. It's wild out here, son. When I see on the news at night, road rage incident, I can see why. Because you got people out here that can not drive. Like their parents never taught them. Like, I'll never forget this. I was probably 11, 12. I'm pretty sure I wasn't a teenager. This was before my teens. My dad taught me to drive. I grew up in the salvage business, and I knew how to drive just by watching and observing before I ever drove. And the first thing I was taught to drive on was a stick shift. If you teach a kid to drive a stick shift right off the rip, just right off the rip, teach your child to drive a stick shift, and he'll be able to be a good driver. Because if you can drive a stick shift right off the rip, be taught as a kid, and you can do the clutch and the heel work and not killing it and all that, you're gonna be a good driver. But parents don't teach your kids that shit anymore. And that's why you got these idiots on the road driving around. Because they don't know any better. They're just natural dumbass. I mean, I don't mean this in a mean way, but we're all born ignorant. You know what I mean? We just don't know nothing. And they're ignorant. And they just don't know. They don't know. I don't know how they took their driver's test and didn't know this, that the left lane is for overtaking and passing. They get in there, the hammer lane. And the right lane is for just riding and moseying. And if somebody runs up on you in the hammer lane, you get in the right lane. It's just common sense. A stop sign, you come to a stop sign, the right of way, the right of you is where, is where who has authority to go. The guy to your right, and then until it comes back around to you. Now, it gets a little complicated when who's there first. If I get there before the guy on my right, obviously, that's always common courtesy. Whoever's at the stop sign first, and that overtakes the right of way to an experienced driver. I ain't even that obsessed with driving. It's just I'm driving, so I'm talking about it. But, all right, buddy, you flew by me. Monster energy drink, nectar of the gods, buddy. the opportunity, buddy, I'm gonna hang you out like a old, wet, dirty old t-shirt. I don't know how much more I can make it obvious, buddy, but I need you out of my way. Smart move. Smartest decision you've made all day, Mr. Scott, man. Too bad you didn't do it about 10 miles ago. Goofy bastard. That vibrational plane out once I get over 30. Oh yeah.
Singing after dark, people think I'm
crazy.
Stopping on my feet, shuffling to the street, asking people,
What's the matter with you, boy?
sometimes I want to say, sometimes I say,
Thanks for sissies, bro. Oh, shit. Don't open the door like that. See ya. I had to ease through this little exit area. This is a trooper hotspot, so you had to kind of feather it through here. You don't want to run through here hot unless you're sticking out like a sore thumb. True move. Love you, buddy. Love me some chocolate milk. And just don't love me back. Kind of like my baby mama. Woo! Kind of in reverse. Yeah, I love her. Hey, Huff and Puff. That's a local dude. Oh, I like this trucker. He is hammered down. Look at him go for it. Ah, I like this dude. You just got your doors blowed by a damn 18-wheeler, and I ain't going with it. Shit. Oh, no. Door closed. Hung out. He hung me out. Puffing smoke. Oh my God, it's two old women. I gotta get by these two old women. Oh, let me in. Oh yeah, that's safe. She's gonna hit the brakes anyway. I thought it was Betty White when I looked over there. If the video's cutting out, let me know, because sometimes it goes black and then comes back on. So I don't know if it's cutting out or not. If if you're watching, stay tuned. We're about to go up Monteagle Mountain. Very, very beautiful up here. Beautiful mountains. If you like your car, back in the 80s, this mountain up here was where cars went to be disassembled, if you know what I mean. It was a well-known, that's where cars went to heaven, was Monteagle. If your car was stolen, it was on the mountain. Them mountain folk, they different. Them mountain folks different. They just different. I mean, I got friends of them up there, and they're cool, but they're just different people. I mean, mountain folk are resourceful, they're clannish, you know what I'm saying? They're just not real social beings, and it shows. But you won't find anybody more, if they tell you they're going to do something or they give you their word, by God, they're going to do it. Because on the mountain, them mountain folk, that's what they got, is their word. And it don't matter if you take your keys out of your car or not, they can get it. The other day I was up around here, and but I was in my Volvo wagon, and the belt come off of it that runs the power steering, that runs the alternator, and runs the water pump. And going around that curve back there where I had to slow down, I noticed right after going around that curve my steering got heavy. You know, I lost my power steering. And then as I was watching my gauges, because I knew something was up when that happened, so I was watching my gauges, and then a light came on. It said engine temperature rising or hot, pull over when it's safe or something. You know, it wasn't saying stop, it was just saying, hey, running hot, you need to find somewhere to pull out. But I never lost power, so I must have a killer battery in that Volvo. Usually when you lose an alternator belt or something like that, the first thing that goes that's a red flag is your radio kicks off. And then you start losing things one by one. Well, that didn't happen. So, but anyway, that exit that we just passed back there, or maybe, I don't know if we passed it yet. It's the last exit before going up the mountain. I pulled over and had to have a good old buddy of mine that's got a record service come and save me. And I don't know how, for what he charged me, how you can live like that. He charged me $125 to come get me, get my car back to town. And that's cheap. Factoring in diesel and paying the guy that came and get me. Ain't much meat left on the bone after you pay out expenses.
Tape measure and say, you think this is a load-bearing wall? This one? And dying on Halloween would be the worst. Because imagine if you had to spend eternity dressed up like a slutty pirate. And if ghosts always haunt the place where they died, like a graveyard is probably the least haunted place you could be. Do I have to explain that one? Okay. I wonder if anybody's ever killed a vampire by accident. Like his wife backed over him with the car because she couldn't see him in the rear view mirror.
It's like an accidental.
Here's the exit where I broke down at.
Accident. And how come roller coasters are named after old-timey torture machines and hurricanes are named after your grandma? I think The worst thing to hear in the operating room right before they knock you out for surgery would be, "What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Doc, with another how-to video. Leave a comment down below and don't forget to like and subscribe, man." Alright. Animal rights people complain a lot more about fur than they do about leather. And I think it's because it's easier to pick on a rich old lady than like a motorcycle gang.
Good point. Are you cooking?
Sure. Are you baked? Okay, I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna go lay down. When I run into Charlie Daniels up in heaven one day, the first thing I'm gonna ask him is, "Hey man, shouldn't the devil have gone up to Georgia?" Mama. Just sit and think. And that's it for now, okay, y'all? Y'all keep rocking and like, I'll keep thinking. Later, dude.
Deep Thoughts is brought to you by Hargrave's Needed Pot Products. Because it's 420 somewhere.
Classic rock station 100,000 watts. Z106.
Why would you do that, dude? You are a moron, Mr. Guy. You killed my run. What a friggin' dumbass. What a dumbass. See, I think you lost faith. A little bit more. I know that guy seen me coming. Good morning. Hang on. Wrapping up this Saturday show in just a sec.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra. The same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, forhims.com/joy. That's forhims.com/joy for your free online visit. forhims.com/JOY.
This is Easy 106.
So is this the year you finally get that closet, guest room, pantry, or laundry room super organized? It's Kurt Schusterman, owner of California Closets, Chattanooga. We are so excited that California
Hey,
Closets is
Patty,
now serving Chattanooga with our local design, production, and service teams. The
Rito ride
reliability,
along deal. Petty's driving experience. I seen the thing on my social media feed where they was coming to Nashville to the Super Speedway, so maybe that's today. We are on top of the mountain right here. We are on top of Mont Eagle Mountain. Off to the right there is one of the biggest flea markets I've ever been to. Huge, humongous. This is the main exit up here on the mountain. When you go down the westbound side, it ain't got runaway ramps on this side. When you go the eastbound, when you go down the eastbound side, it's got runaway truck ramps. This side, I guess they just thought, screw 'em. If you lose your brakes going up this side, you're through like Rago. What I always think of when I come through here is the Civil War days. See, there's a house up on that hill. If you look up high in the crook, that's a valley going up through there on the left. We go right here, but there's a valley that cuts up through there. And there's a house right up there on the top of it. That's pretty new. There's a bluff right there. I don't know if you can see it. This corner right here has ended a lot of people's lives. Be scared to guess how many is down in this corner. But I always think of the Civil War back when they were walking on foot all the time. Can you imagine humping this way? Like during the Civil War, they walked everywhere unless they caught a train. I can't imagine walking across this mountain. As you can see, I mean, this is well documented, well known travel routes for the Confederacy. You can't see off my right, but there's a valley down there that is absolutely, positively beautiful. right now with the foliage still gone. You can see down there, but I ain't moving the camera. I'm driving. You talk about beautiful. 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 Beautiful to me. I'm doing the speed limit because when I come through here this morning, there was a trooper over here and he had somebody pulled over. And I guarantee he's still working the area. We'll see him. So I'm abiding by all the, God, that's pretty. Everything's green again. Not everything, but down in that valley, all the grass and the fields. Everything's blooming. Where we plane off, you'll know when it's the end because it'll be like it'll look like a Hot Wheels ramp. Right here we go. If I was to want to do a speed run on something, see how far I can wind it out, this is where I'd do it. I'd come off this mountain using this grade right here as my momentum builder, and I'd be hammered down right here. I mean, I'm talking about denting the floorboard pushing the pedal so hard, and I'd be slamming it up into high gear right here. About this bridge is where I'd want to be hitting 6th gear or 8th gear, or how many ever gears you got. You ain't got much more than 8 forward gears, and then I'd just get cutting. Get my foot crooked up there and lay it on top of that gas pedal. That way I ain't got to push it. Just the weight of my foot's holding it down. And I'd white knuckle the wheel and just let it eat. And you'd know your top speed. Because there ain't no sharp turns up here. I mean, there's like right here is a small winding turn. But I would never let off. It ain't that big of a turn where you would want to throttle back. You might lose downforce. There you are. You ever went over Mount Eagle Mountain? You know, people might ask, why would you do this video? Why would you even do it live? Because some people don't get out. Some people don't drive. Some people are homebound or they're crippled or whatnot. You know, and this is neat to them. You know, let's say I was a quadriplegic and I didn't get out much. I would watch this just so I could feel like I was out. I'd put it on some like virtual reality goggles where it'd be really, really cool. Well, I'll be. Right there. Speedy, where you going, girl? That trooper's up through here, so I wouldn't get too wild, girlfriend.
think you could tell? Heaven from hell, blue skies and pain. Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail? A smile from a friend. Do you think you can tell? Do you think you can try?
Ago, back in the 70s and 80s, this little exit right here was called the Pickle Patch. I'll never forget hearing about it when I was little. The police used to do raids on it, busted. It was a big old gathering spot for alternative lifestyle truckers, I guess you could say. And apparently it was a well-known spot because, well, hell, I was a kid and I was always hearing about it. The Pickle Patch. It was always a running joke all through my school years. I see you at the Pickle Patch. My daddy said that he was going down the interstate and seen your daddy's truck at the Pickle Patch. You know what I mean? It was always something like that. And it was real that it really happened. Has surely changed, that's for sure. We're coming on up ahead, about another mile is where the notorious scales are. I used to live right off this exit right here that we're passing. Grew up at a house down there on the corner. In the scales, you know what I mean? They jump off right there, take the old road, and then get back on the interstate on up here. They start, the always knew about it, of course. So they'd sit up there and nail them. Back years ago in Tennessee, the DOT police drove white patrol cars, and the troopers drove the, the tan and brown ones, like they still use today. But when I was growing up, the DOT cops were different. You know what I mean? Their cars looked different. They didn't pull over civilian cars. It's just, they would if he was outrageously speeding, but you know what I mean? And then I don't know what year it was, but at some point, they got rid of the DOT only part of that and integrated them where the state troopers, civilian troopers handle the commercial stuff too. But right back there is the scales that we just passed. I ain't a trucker, so I don't know much about how it works. But I know you get in big trouble if you try to skip them or bypass them. Getting around the scales, that's something that's been around since the beginning of trucking. You know what I mean? Because, states have different laws and rules on how much weight you can carry. Because if you're overweight, you're damaging their roads, you know what I mean? And then especially if it's a weekly route, you're eating them up, boy. So they want you to be under a certain weight. And I get it, but just trying to make a living. All of us out here just trying to make a living. I don't go to work because, I take that back. Now that I got the kids, work is kind of my escape. I get yelled at for help all the time, but it's just a different kind of help. Instead of dusting bottoms off and cleaning up messes, I'm cleaning up parts, fixing screw-ups. I need some vape juice, so I'm going to run by this place and see if they're open real quick. I know it's early. Look, Mike, I still got another hour's worth of driving. Let's see if they're open while I'm here. I highly doubt they're open at 9 a.m. vape juice, but you never know. You never know. By God, he is. That door is open and bigger than shit, but the glass is busted. Somebody break into the doobie store? I better back. Dude said somebody broke in last night. He said the competition don't like me, or I said they break in at my stores. Yeah. I didn't know vape juice stores was getting into turf wars, oh boy. It's getting wild out here. He thinks the competition busted his door. The competition busted my doors. He says the sons of bitches. No soup for you. No soup for you, my friends. Getting out of ears. Free mobile home removal. Donate today. My God. Nice blanket, Bubba. I love you turning. Bubba. Green, 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 flag, green. Green flag. Yellow lights. It's another. It's you can go, buddy. It's red on my end, son. Old people. Oh, hi. Hi. Hi, hi, hi. Roy Worthington. Oh, I've caught every line. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a bit to stop. I said, my friends. Friends? Yes, it's a friends. Friends. Please also be open, my friends. The juice I'm using right now tastes like a sheet. Sheet of juice. I need some good juice. My juice is sheet. Sheet juice. I'll be right back, friends. Well, I had to get a thing of juice I ain't crazy about, but I ain't stopping any more stores. You guys are selling something. I don't know what they're selling. Tell where this car is just so much lighter than my Volvo, because you can just really jet around in this thing, whereas my Volvo, it's got more mass and you can feel it in the pedal. That trip to Chattanooga took longer than planned. I ain't got time to do a shower and change. I'm gonna just wear what I got on, and I gotta stop by the house and grab my bag. What are you doing, Chad? I'd run Chattanooga, and traffic was a little thicker than I planned, and I'm running behind. Stopping at the house to grab my work bag and headed to work. Just another beautiful day. You going to the Duck tonight? Tonight's opening the first official race of the season. First weekend.